Dear friends, today we will start our next unit, phenols, and today we will basically discuss about their nomenclature and structure and bonding of phenols. Now let us quickly start our today's topic. First, let us understand what these phenols are. So which compounds are called phenols? So basically hydroxy derivatives of aromatic compounds, they are called phenols. So the compounds having this OH group, this is called hydroxyl group. So if we have hydroxy group attached on a aromatic compound and this hydroxyl group is directly attached to the carbon of the aromatic ring, then we call that compound a phenol, or we call them phenols. Phenols is the general name. So the simple phenol is this. So you can see here it is benzene, which is the aromatic compound, and this OH group, which is a hydroxyl group, is directly attached to carbon of the aromatic ring. So this is the simplest phenol, and its name, common name, is phenol. And we can classify them similar to alcohols. They can be classified as monohydric, dihydric, trihydric, and polyhydric. Phenols, basically alcohols not, these are phenols. So polyhydric phenols, if we have one OH group per molecule of phenol, then it is called monohydric. Like this compound has only one OH group per molecule, so it is a monohydric alcohol. So this compound has two OH groups per molecule, so it is dihydric alcohol, and its name is resorcinol. We will do their names. So similarly, this has three OH groups. So you can see 1, 2, 3 OH groups per molecule. So this is a trihydric phenol. So similar to alcohols, depending upon number of OH groups per molecule, they can be classified as monohydric, dihydric, and trihydric or polyhydric. If we have more than 3 OH groups per molecule, then these will be called polyhydric phenols, not alcohols, polyhydric phenols. So what are phenols? Hydroxyl group directly attached to a aromatic ring. And simple phenol, this phenol is used as antiseptic and disinfectant. Most of households have, which is commonly called phenyl. It contains derivatives of phenol, which is used as antiseptic and disinfectant. And because of their sweet aroma, because they are aromatic, these are also used in manufacturing of perfumes and flavors. And one such example, very common example, is vanillin. So vanillin is used as a flavoring agent in many confectionery items. So the vanilla flavor of ice cream is because of this compound vanillin. And this is your vanillin. This is the structure of vanillin. Vanillin is a common name, so it is mostly used by their common name, which is vanillin. Now let us, so this is phenols, means OH groups directly attached to a aromatic ring. They can be classified as monohydric, dihydric, trihydric, and these were some properties. They are used as antiseptic and disinfectant, and they are used as flavoring agents in confectionery items. Now let us start their nomenclature. Let us try to do their nomenclature, how they are named. Basically we have two systems, a common system of nomenclature and IUPAC system. So first let us discuss something about common system. So in this system, the substituted phenols, they are named as derivatives of phenol, and that we will see. So it means if we have other substituents on phenol, then we will name them as a derivative of a phenol. So that we will see when we will do the example. And the position of substituent with respect to OH group is indicated by prefixes such as ortho, meta, and para, where ortho signifies 1, 2 substituents at first and second position. 1, 3, it indicates meta position, so the substituents are at 1, 3 position. Similarly para means the substituents, they are at 1, 4 position. So in common system, first thing is that the other substituted phenols, they are named as a derivative of phenols, and we will use to signify their positions, we will use ortho, meta, and para type of nomenclature. So whereas in IUPAC system, The simplest phenol is called benzene. So the name of phenol in IUPAC name is benzene, but it is more commonly popular as phenol. So in IUPAC name it is benzene. And other substituted phenols similar to common system, they are named as a derivative of a phenol, but now the difference is that the substituents, they are indicated by Arabic numbers like 1 2 1 4 or 1 3, not as ortho, meta and para. So considering these rules, let us try to name some of these phenols. So this is the first phenol in a common system. Its name is phenol, that is its common name, and its IUPAC name is benzenol. Benzenol, that is its IUPAC name. Now let us see the name of this compound. Now it has this methyl group. If we do its numbering 1 2, so first let us write its common name. So it is 1 2, that means we will use ortho, and substituent is methyl, so it is ortho methyl phenol. Its name is orthomethyl phenol, or in IUPAC name it will be called 1 2 methyl. It will be called 2 methyl phenol. That is its name in IUPAC name, but it is very most famous as cresol. So it is orthocresol. Cresol is its trivial name, so it is more famous by this name. So that is how we name according to this common nomenclature system and IUPAC nomenclature system. And some compounds, they are most commonly famous for their trivial names, like the name of this compound is orthocresol. Now let us move to this compound. Let us see what will be its name. I will erase all other these names. Now according to common system, now we have 1 2 3. The substituent is at third position, so we will use meta. So it is meta. We have methyl, meta methyl phenol. In IUPAC name it will be 3 methyl, 3 methyl phenol. This is its common name, this is its IUPAC name, and the trivial name is meta cresol. It is also commonly famous as metacresol. So that is name of this compound. So let us move to next compound. So again it is similar. Now we have 1 2 3 4, 1 for substituent. So 1 for substituent we use para. So I will write the name here. So it is para methyl phenol, that is its common name. Its IUPAC name will be 4 methyl phenol, and its trivial name will be paracresol. So that's how we name these compound. Now let us move to next compound. What will be its name? So first I will erase this thing. So now let us move to this. So again 1 2, we have a bromine at second position. So in a common name it is 1 2 disubstituted, so we use ortho. So it is ortho, and for ortho we use this O, ortho bromo phenol. In IUPAC name it will be 2 bromo phenol. So it is its common name, it is its IUPAC name. Similarly this 1 2, at second position we have amino, so we can call it ortho amino phenol, or in IUPAC name it will be 2 amino phenol. So that is its name in this is IUPAC name, and this is its common name. So we have done all these compound, only this is left. So let us see what will be its name. So this is nitro group. This is how you have a nitro group. Now we can start numbering 1 2 3 4 5 6. So it is 1 for substituted, that means we will use para. So it is para nitrophenol, that is its common name. Its IUPAC name will be 4 nitrophenol. So the name of this compound, this is its common name, this is its IUPAC name. So almost it is similar, that the only difference is how to indicate their position. Here we use ortho, meta and para, and this we use Arabic numbers. So all other things are almost same. Now if we have the phenols which contains carbonyl groups such as aldehydic, ketonic, carboxyl or an ester, so we have OH group as well as these groups, they are present in the same compound, then these are named as hydroxy derivative of the parent aromatic compound. Now these are not called phenols, instead we have to use hydroxy as a prefix. So let us do some examples. So name of this compound, now this is a parent compound, it contains carbonyl group, it is aldehyde CHO. So numbering we will start from here: 1 2 3 4 5 6. So it is 2 hydroxy, it is its IUPAC name, 2 hydroxy. Now it is benzaldehyde. So in common name it will be ortho hydroxy, because 1 2 is ortho hydroxy benzaldehyde. So its common name is salicylaldehyde. This is also called, this is trivial name, salicylaldehyde. This is also famous by this name, salicylaldehyde. So you should remember all these names. Similarly we can name this compound, again numbering will start from here. It will be 1, it will be 2, it will be 3 4 5 6. So it will be 2 hydroxy, its name I will write here, 2 hydroxy, not 2 hydroxy. Now this is benzoic acid, that is its IUPAC name, its common name will be ortho hydroxy benzoic acid, and this is also famous by name salicylic acid. So that is also the name of this compound. So that is how we name these compounds. So if we have aldehyde group in addition to OH group, then OH group is named as a prefix as hydroxy. So that these are name of these two compounds. Now let us see what will be its name. This will be 1 2 3 4 5 6. So it is 4 hydroxy. So I will write here with red color the name of this compound. This is your 4 hydroxy. Now this is acetophenone. The remaining compound is called acetophenone, or it is called para hydroxy acetophenone. So that is the name of this compound. In all these compound, OH will be named as the prefix hydroxy. So I will erase this, then I will name this compound. Okay, now we can number this as 1 2 3 4 5 6. So its name will be, I will write here 3 methyl first, because it is methyl benzoate, derivative of methyl benzoate. So it will be methyl 3 hydroxy, because hydroxy is at third, 3 hydroxy benzoate. That is the name of this compound, methyl 3 hydroxy benzoate. So in all these compound we have taken OH as a prefix and we have given its name hydroxy. So that's how you name these compounds. So let us move to next compounds. Now next classification, when we have di, tri and polyhydric phenols, then how to name that? So these are named as benzene diol or benzene triol, and benzene polyol depending upon number of OH groups, and they can also be named as hydroxy derivative of benzene. Means we can first use hydroxy, then we can write benzene. So let us try to do some examples. So I have also written there a trivial name. So it is hydroxyquinol. This compound is hydroxyquinol. It is a trihydric alcohol. So let us start numbering: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4 trihydroxy as a hydroxy derivative of benzene, trihydroxy benzene we can also call it, or we can also call like benzene triol. 1, 2, 4 benzene triol, that will be its name. So it's a trivial name is hydroxyquinol. Similarly, it is fluoroglucinol. You should also remember their trivial name. So it is fluoroglucinol. So what will be its name? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will be 135. Its name will be, I will write, I will erase this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 135, 135 benzene triol, or we can also call it 135 trihydroxy phenol. So that is the name of this compound. So let us move to next compound. Now this is called catechol. Its common name is catechol. So it is resorcinol, it is hydroxyquinone, and it is pyrogallol. So you have to remember these are famous compounds. So there it is better if you remember their trivial names also: catechol, resorcinol, hydroquinone, and pyrogallol. So it is 1,2 dihydroxy benzene or 1,2 benzene diol. So it is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 3 benzene diol, or we can also call it 1, 3 dihydroxy benzene. So you can give any name. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 4 dihydroxy. It is 1, 4 benzene diol or 1, 4 dihydroxy benzene. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 benzene triol or benzene triol, or we can also call it 1, 2, 3 trihydroxy benzene. So both are same. So that's how we name these phenols. Now I think we have done all the possible cases: simple alcohols, then substituted phenols, then these ditri and polyhydric phenols. So that's how they are named. So these were some rules to name these compounds. Now let us discuss about their structure and bonding. So this phenol, I can represent it like this. This will be your OH phenol. Now this have two lone pair of electrons, two electrons here, so two electrons here. So that is your phenol. We can represent it like phenol. This phenol is now we have to have see how these bonds are formed. Now this benzene, all the carbons they are sp2 hybridized, whereas this oxygen is sp3 hybridized. So this carbon oxygen bond by which this oxygen is attached to this benzene, carbon oxygen bond is formed by, this is utilizing sp2 hybrid orbital of this carbon sp2 hybrid orbital of benzene, and here sp3 hybrid, this is your sp2, this was your sp2 hybridized, this oxygen is sp3, hydrogen has valence orbitals. Okay, so sp3 hybrid orbital of oxygen, and this OH bond is formed by sp3 hybrid orbital of oxygen and 1s orbital of hydrogen, and these two lone pairs, they are present in sp3 hybrid orbital. This carbon oxygen hydrogen bond angle, this COH bond angle, so I will erase it. I will keep the structure because we have to use it. Oxygen hydrogen. Okay, so this bond angle is something about 109 degree, so it is slightly greater than in case of phenol, which in case of methanol, which was 108 degree and 5 minute. And one thing very interesting to note, that this carbon oxygen bond length in phenol is lesser than carbon oxygen bond length of methanol. So that is a very interesting thing. If we have methanol, CH3OH, if we write it like this, H H H, then it says that this carbon oxygen bond is shorter than this carbon oxygen bond in methanol. Now how to explain this? This can easily be explained on the basis of resonating structures of phenol. This is your phenol. So phenol has two unpaired electrons. What it does, it shows this type of resonance. Okay, so because of this resonance which is absent in methanol, so here you get double bond. Here we have double bond character. Now we have oxygen hydrogen, we get here a positive charge. Now here we have negative charge and these two electrons. So now this resonance, it moves on, it continues. So we will draw its resonating structure in our complete resonating structures in our coming lectures. But here you can see that these resonating structures, because of these resonating structures, this carbon oxygen, it has partial double bond character. CO bond in case of phenol has partial double bond character due to resonance. That's why we know that double bond is shorter than single bond. So that's why carbon oxygen bond length in phenol is lesser than carbon oxygen bond length of methanol. Because of this resonance, it acquires a partial double bond character. So this is very important thing, you should keep this in mind. And next very interesting thing is that as oxygen is more electronegative, so oxygen H is more electronegative, so it tends to attract these electrons towards itself, so it tends to have a partial negative character, and this carbon and hydrogen, they have partial positive character. So what it means, this structure is polar in nature, and phenol have a dipole moment. So it will have a dipole moment. The exact value, I don't remember the exact value, but it is something like 1.46 d, something like this. This is not exact value, so that you can check from literature, but it has some dipole moment because of electronegativity of this oxygen. These bonds are polar. And a very interesting thing, if we compare this with the methanol, then this methanol, this is partial positive, this is partial. This carbon oxygen bond, CO bond, this is the dipole moment of carbon oxygen bond. CO bond is more polar in methanol than in phenol. So this is also very important thing. This carbon oxygen bond, it is more polar in methanol than in phenol. So why? Now this can easily be explained on the basis of the nature of these substituents. So as you can see, in phenol the substituents is this benzene, and here it is methyl group. Now this benzene has electron withdrawing effect. So it has benzene has electron withdrawing effect, whereas methyl has electron donating effect. So that's why, because of these two things, the dipole moment of methanol is higher, carbon oxygen bond of methanol is higher than of phenol, because as I have already told you, dipole moment is a vector quantity, and the net result is the vector sum of all the dipoles created in the molecule. So here in these all the dipoles, they are in the same direction, because it is also electron donating, it donates its electron towards oxygen, but benzene has somewhat electron withdrawing effect, so it reduces its dipole moment. So these are very important things, because when we will compare the properties of benzene with these compounds, then we try to explain the chemical and physical properties based on this structure and bonding. So that is how that is the structure of phenol. So it is very important, please once again go through it. So it is quite easy. It is sp2 hybridized, this carbon, this oxygen is sp3 hybridized. So we have to see how these various bonds, they are formed by overlap of which orbitals. So that is all for today. In our next lecture, I will discuss with you methods of formation of phenols, that I will discuss with you in my next lecture. That will be very interesting. So we will see how we can make phenol, and very important method is synthesis of phenol from cumene, which is isopropyl benzene, that I will discuss with you in my next class. So thank you very much. Please don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you very much.